On the eve of World War II, club legend Reg Sanderson took the reins as club president and would lead the club through one of its toughest periods. With a large portion of the club members taking off to help with the war efforts, Reg and his leadership rallied the remaining members to help bring the club through the war. City had the strongest women's side of any club in WA at the time and relied on the women throughout the war, encouraging them to patrol and compete just as the men had done. Everyone in the club stood up during this period, and Jackie Mabry worked closely alongside Reg Sanderson to help guide the club through this time. However, Jackie and Sanderson were not alone, with every member giving what they could to the club to ensure it made it through the war.
So from what I can gather, women weren't really accepted in the club when everyone came back from the war, even though they had very capably looked after the beach, the patrols, the rescues, everything to do on the beach, when basically they were left as the only ones when all the men had left. So I think she was actually given her life membership well and truly years down the track after they'd all returned, because the men didn't like the fact that these women had actually stood up and basically done their role.
Jackie was awarded life membership along with many others because of their efforts during the war. Unfortunately, in the 1950s, once the men had returned, women were stripped of their right to compete, go on patrols, even be involved in the club. And it would continue this way until 1980, when women were allowed back into the club, and it wasn't long until they were once again proving their worth.